What's going on, fantasy world? It's your boy Hot Soup, and I'm coming to you with our episode of Top 5 Starts for Week 4. Do not set your lineups until you hear the recipe I got going on cooked up for you in Week 4. And we're going to go ahead and get this out the way, man. I'm wearing the Justin Fields Bears jersey right now. Shout out to Justin Fields over there going 3-0 in Pittsburgh, man. Look, you have been showing everyone that the Bears management, coaching staff is trash. That's right, man. Justin Fields gets over there with a real head coach and a real OC, and you see things are cracking over there in Pittsburgh. Plus, they got a good defense, man. Justin Fields got a chance to go to the playoffs and on. When Russell Wilson gets healthy, I do not see them benching Justin Fields right now. He's playing too good. I see your boy, man. Shouts out to my boy Jay Fields. That's right. But over here, baby, it's still bear down. Caleb Williams country, man. We're going to talk about it a lot in our starts and sits. We're going to talk about it a lot this week, man. Caleb Williams getting better, and better as the weeks go on. You know, he was a rookie. Some rookies don't just come and make a big splash. We got some line issues we got to get together, but Caleb Williams as a QB is our guy for the next decade. I said it. You heard it from the soup. Davante Adams. So we're going to go with our first player that you got to get into your lineups this week. He is a must start. No need to wonder, because in week 4, the spirit of cold trickle, days of thunder. That's right. Cole Kmet, man. Bear down. Cole Kmet has been targeted frequently. And as the weeks go on, you see Caleb Williams has been getting more comfortable with this guy. He's now an outlet for Caleb Williams. Let me tell you something, man. Caleb Williams threw the ball 51 times last week. There is no running game with the Bears. The Bears running backs, quick facts, 114 yards over 3 games by all 3 running backs. That's right. That's 38 yards per game coming from 3 guys. Herbert, Rashawn, and DeAndre Swift, man. DeAndre Swift has that up with 68 yards in 3 games. Do y'all get my point? The Bears have to pass in order to win games. Caleb Williams is willing to do that, and he has the arsenal to do so with the rookie Adunze, Keenan Allen getting healthy, Cole Kmet, and DJ Moore. He got Swift coming out the backfield with those good hands. Let me tell y'all something, man. Cole Kmet went from 1 target in week 1 to 5 targets in week 2 to 11 targets in week 3. Did y'all not see what was going on? Cole Kmet is going to be the man this week. I forecast 12 targets, 10 receptions, 142 yards, and a touchdown. He's going to go off for 25.2 points and will be top 3 tight ends. Cole Kmet going up against the LA Rams, who are ranked 29th versus the tight end right now. Man, listen, if there was any game you was going to start Cole Kmet, week 4 is that time. Start him. Get into your lineups, lock it, and forget it. And our second player on top starts, man, you must start this guy, Brian Robinson Jr. That's right. He's number 15 ranked running back overall right now. And this week, there's probably going to be no Eckler. And even if Eckler plays, he's coming off a concussion. He's not going to be getting a lot of work. Listen, Brian Robinson's touches have been going up every week. I forecast 20 touches for this guy, man, and he's linked to a top 5 quarterback in the rookie Jayden Daniels. Listen, Brian Robinson has more points right now in fantasy football than Bijan Robinson, James Conner, Singletary, Ramondre Stevenson, Etienne Jr., Pollard, Jacobs, you name it, man. This guy already has more fantasy points than these guys. Okay, I'm thinking this week, Brian Robinson Jr. is going against Arizona, who is ranked 23rd right now against the running back. 23rd. They're giving up gobs of yards to running backs right now. The way this thing is flowing and the way that Jayden Daniels is playing and the defense having to read off those read option plays where he can run it or not, those gaps are just going to be opening up kind of like Hurts and Swift last year. Have you heard of that guy before? I'm looking at this offense, and I'm telling you now, Brian Robinson Jr. is going to be a star in week 4. I forecast for Brian Robinson Jr. 20 touches, 122 yards, and a touchdown, good for 19.7 fantasy points. He will finish within the top 12 running backs in week 4. You heard it from the soup. And we're going to go with our number 3 player on must starts this week. He's the number 3 receiver in fantasy scoring right now. Nobody saw this coming. Chris Godwin. That's right, man. Number 3 in receptions. He's a number 3 overall receiver. He is number 7 in yards and number 14 in targets. That means there's 10 receivers getting more targets than this guy, but he's turning out better numbers. You got to get him in your lineups this week. Chris Godwin goes against Philadelphia, who is ranked 27th against the pass. They are very beatable through the air. Chris Godwin goes off for 12 targets, 9 receptions, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Good for 20.2 fantasy points in Yahoo standard leagues. You heard it from the soup. Get Chris Godwin in your lineup. Start it and forget it. And let's talk about our number 4 player who I spoke heavily about at the beginning of the season and I drafted heavily. Jayden Daniels, the rookie over there in Washington. Ooh-wee. That's right, man. Jayden Daniels doing his thing. He's going against Arizona, ranked 23rd right now against the quarterback. Let me tell you something about Jayden Daniels. Number 3 overall quarterback right now in fantasy scoring. Jayden Daniels is the number 2 overall quarterback right now in fantasy scoring. He is 11 in passing, number 2 in rushing. He is also the only quarterback with 3 or more touchdowns this year on the ground. Man, this guy is doing his thing with the ball in his hands. If Jayden Daniels stays on the path that he's on, 17 touchdowns he will score by the end of the year on the ground, let alone what he's doing through the air. The man was 91% completion percentage this last game. That's right. Monday night, this man threw for a 91% completion percentage and broke the rookie NFL record for completion percentage in a game. Listen, Jayden Daniels is here to stay. He is the truth. Jayden Daniels, there is only 4 quarterbacks right now with 0 interceptions in the NFL. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jacoby Brissett, and Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels is the truth. He needs to be started, locked and loaded, set it and forget it. I'm even benching big dogs this week for Jayden Daniels. He's my number 2 overall quarterback to start this week in week 4. You heard it from the soup. And our 5th player that we must get in our lineups this week, a guy that you may be on the fence with or may have somebody that's starting and you're like, man, I got to sit this guy. Who can I go plug and play? Man, Zack Moss. Zack Moss is receiving 70% of the touches for running backs over in Cincy. That offense is on the way up right now. That's right. That offense is trending up. He is tied to a great offense. In his first game, he had 11 touches. Second game, 13 touches. Last game, he had 17 touches. His touches are going up. Chase Brown, 6 touches, 4 touches, and 9 touches in the past 3 games. That's right. 70-30 split. Chase Brown has not yet to get in the end zone. That boy Zack Moss done got in the end zone twice. He is the goal line feature back when they get to the goal line. With all this said, and knowing that the Bengals are going to be running up that score on teams now, and they're playing Carolina ranked 27th versus the running back this week. 19 touches for Zack Moss, 114 yards and a touchdown in week 4, good for 19.4 fantasy points. He will finish within the top 15 running backs in week 4. You heard it from the soup. Get Zack Moss in your lineup, lock it and load it, and forget it. Those are our top 5 starts for week 4. If you're interested in seeing our top 5 sits, go check us out on our next show on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Like and subscribe. It's your boy Hot Soup, and I'm out.